You found the next chapter of The Iron Rebel, a military sci-fi saga of war, exile, and political deception. If that sounds like your kind of story, hit subscribe and give this video a like. It helps the story reach new rebels like you. Chapter 8. Welcome to Eris Nexus. Marcius Kane is exiled to Eris Nexus, a remote mining colony perched at the very edge of Confederation space, a place spoken of in whispers as a graveyard for both hope and humanity. The planet's surface is a desolate wasteland, a barren expanse pockmarked with gaping mines that stretch deep into its crust. Massive drills and automated crawlers churn endlessly, extracting the precious metals that fuel the Confederation's fleet. The unrelenting machinery hums like a dirge, its vibrations shaking the very ground. The sky above is a perpetual haze of ash and industrial smog, dimming the light of the distant sun and casting a sickly, oppressive grey pall over the settlement below. In every direction, the horizon is scarred by the machinery of exploitation, a grim testament to the Confederation's insatiable hunger for resources, a hunger that leaves worlds like this hollowed and dying. Eris Nexus is more than just a mining colony. It is a prison without walls, a dumping ground for society's undesirables. Criminals, political dissidents, and exiles like Kane are sent here to toil in anonymity, their existence erased from the sanitized records of the Central Worlds. Life on Eris Nexus is an exercise in endurance. The colony's infrastructure is a patchwork of crumbling habitats, rusted machinery, and hastily erected shelters. Narrow corridors connect the habitats, filled with the stench of unwashed bodies and stale air recycled too many times. The oppressive atmosphere mirrors the despair of its inhabitants, a sea of faces hardened by betrayal, desperation, and the unrelenting struggle to survive. Hope is a liability, and survival is its own form of rebellion. Kane's arrival is marked by no fanfare, only the dull roar of the transport's engines and the indifferent glares of the overseers. As he steps onto the dusty platform, the weight of his exile presses down on him, heavier than the planet's gravity. The guards escorting him exchange knowing smirks as if savoring the fall of a once great hero. His uniform, stripped of insignia, feels like a mockery of his former glory. Around him, workers shuffle by, their eyes downcast, their movements mechanical. Every face is a study in exhaustion, with hollowed cheeks and sunken eyes that have long since stopped looking for salvation. This world is where hope is a liability and dreams are long forgotten. As Kane steps off the platform, a wiry overseer with a sneering grin approaches him. The man's boots crunch against the gravel as he stops a few feet away. "Welcome to Eris Nexus, General," the man says, his voice dripping with mockery. "I'd say it's an honor to have you here, but that'd be a lie." Kane fixes the man with an icy glare but remains silent. His expression is a mask of contained fury, the embers of his pride still smoldering beneath the surface. The overseer smirks, clearly enjoying the moment. "Don't think your name means anything here. You're just another set of hands to work the mines. Keep your head down, and maybe you'll last the month." Nearby, a cluster of miners pause their work to watch the new arrival. Among them, a scarred Confederation soldier mutters to his companion, "That's Kane. Didn't think I'd see the day he'd end up here." "Doesn't look so high and mighty now," another grunts, spitting into the dirt. "Bet he won't last a week." Further back, a group of Zarath survivors exchange glances. Their angular features and faded tattoos mark them as outsiders even in this den of exiles. One of them, a broad-shouldered man with piercing eyes, folds his arms and speaks in a low, gravelly tone. "He's the reason half our people are dead. Now he's one of us." Funny how the galaxy works. The weight of their stares and whispers does not escape Kane, but he does not falter. His steps remain measured, his back straight. Yet inside, the humiliation gnaws at him, and the burning seed of his anger grows. This place is meant to break him, to grind him into another nameless cog in the Confederation's relentless machine. But Marcius Kane is not so easily broken. His first glimpse of the colony's interior is a further descent into bleakness. The narrow corridors of the central habitat are dimly lit, the flickering lights casting long, shifting shadows. The air reeks of sweat and decay, and the faint sounds of machinery hum in the background, a constant reminder of the labor expected from every soul. Overhead, cracked pipes drip a foul-smelling liquid, pooling in the uneven floors. People line the walls, some slumped in exhaustion, others staring at nothing with deadened eyes. An older miner, his face weathered and his clothes caked in grime, pauses as Kane passes. "They think they can make you disappear here," he mutters, his voice low and raspy. "But this place remembers everyone. It'll chew you up like the rest of us." Kane stops, meeting the man's gaze. "Maybe," he replies, his voice low but firm. "But some things don't stay buried." The miner studies him for a moment before nodding as if recognizing a kindred spirit. "We'll see," he says before disappearing into the crowd. Eris Nexus is a crucible, a place that will either break Kane or forge him into something stronger. As he takes in the desolation around him, a spark of determination ignites within him. The Confederation may have cast him aside, but in this forsaken world, Marcius Kane will find a way to rise again. This chapter of the Iron Rebel comes to a close, but the war is far from over. If the story spoke to you, leave a like. It fuels the rebellion. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. New episodes drop every week. Until next time, stay sharp, stay defiant.